guys. So I am going to further go in depth into fraction models and do fraction by fraction division model for those of you who need further assistance. And I have gone over showing you how many groups of the divisor there are in the dividend. I have shown you um, you know, uh, how to color in, how to circle in the area method, and so many different methods. But those of you who still need further assistance, I am now going to literally cut it apart step by step so that it makes it completely visual for you. Okay, so I'm going to use the same examples like I have in the previous videos, but now I'm going to completely cut it apart so that you can actually see it visually for those of you who still need further assistance. Okay, so fraction by fraction division model. We are going to take our first example, which is 1/2 divided by 1/8. Okay, so remember the first number. This is your dividend. All right, and the dividend is also called it's the numerator. So this is also your numerator in a fraction. All right, and when we are going to make the fraction model, this is going to be drawn vertically. Okay, we're going to make this vertical. All right, and then please remember that the second number is always your divisor. What am I dividing by? So basically, we are always trying to see that how many groups of the divisor are in the dividend. So how many groups of 1/8 are going to be in 1/2? So that's what we are always trying to see, how many groups of the divisor are in the dividend. So in this case, 1/8 is the divisor. That means this is going to be the denominator in the fraction. And we are going to make this horizontal when we make the fraction model. Okay, so these are the things that I need you to understand. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make the fraction model. So we have 1/2 divided by 1/8. And so I'm going to show this to you. Under the 1/2, I am going to make a rectangle like this. And I am going to cut it because 1/2 means half. Okay? And I am going to color in, because I said a half is the dividend, it's the numerator, and I'm going to make it vertically. So vertically. Okay? And so then I am going to color in half of this. Okay? And then I am going to divide this by 1/8. So I'm going to make another rectangle. And I'm going to split this, as I said, the divisor I'm going to make horizontally. And so because it's 1/8, you always look at the denominator. And the denominator is telling you that there are 8 parts. So horizontally, I'm going to make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And since it says 1/8, I am going to color in 1 out of the 8. So this much. This is 1 out of 8 is colored in. Okay? So once I have this part done, what I'm going to go ahead and do is that I am going to put this section and this section, I'm going to incorporate that into both of these. Just so that, here, bear with me and see what I'm doing. This was 1/2 divided by 1/8. So I'm going to take this same one and I'm going to put distinct sections here horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on this one, I'm going to incorporate this and I'm going to do this. Okay? So remember, this is my numerator because it is my dividend. All right? This is my denominator because it is my divisor. Okay? So this divided by this. Okay? So now once I have this set up, basically I'm seeing how many 1/8 are here. So instead of combining it, all I need to do now is count up how many of the squares are colored in the numerator. Okay? Because I've already broken it into sections like this. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so my numerator has 8. Okay, and divided by, okay, my denominator, I'm going to see how many are colored in, which is 1 and 2, divided by 2, which can also be written as 8/2. All right, same thing. And so I get 4, which is my quotient. So there, as simple as that. So if you want to break it apart like this, that's how you can show it. So basically, I have 4 groups of 1/8 in 1/2. Okay, so here is one example. Let me go ahead, show you with another fraction by fraction how you can do this. So let's use another example for this. All right, so here's the first one. All right, so let's say I use the model 4, make a model for 4/5 divided by 2/3. Okay, so for 4/5 divided by 2/3. So remember, the first one is my dividend or my numerator. So I'm going to make this vertical. My denominator decides how many columns to make. So because it's 5, I'm going to make 5 columns. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And because my numerator is 4/5, I am going to color 4/5. So 1, 2, 3, and 4/5 is colored in. Okay? Then I am going to, remember, this is my dividend or my numerator in the fraction. Okay? So dividend. And this is going to be divided by my divisor. Okay? So divided by, now I look at, okay, 2/3. So again, this determines how many horizontal columns I'm going to make. Okay, so because divisor, to look at, again, that is going to be my denominator. And so I look at how many horizontal columns to make over here. Okay, so I make another rectangle. And since my denominator is 3, I'm going to make 3 horizontal rows like this. Okay? And then it says, so this is my denominator of the fraction. Okay? And then it says that 2 out of 3, that's what I'm dividing by. So I will have to look at my numerator. Since it's 2 out of 3, I am going to color in. Here's my 1/3, and here is my 2 out of 3. Okay? And then the next thing I do is I am going to again incorporate this here and this there. Okay? So in 4/5, I'm going to just put 2/3 here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do this. 1 and 2. So 2/3 is in there. And into this, I'm going to put the 4/5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And now all I do is I count how many red squares I have. That becomes my numerator. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 divided by, let's count how many green squares I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divided by 10, which is 12 divided by 10, and I get 1 and 2/10, which is not in simplest form. And so when I simplify, I divide by 2, and I get 1 and 1/5 as my final answer. So there you go. This is as simple as that. 4/5 divided by 2/3. Okay? Let's do one last example. This works great where you have a fraction with another fraction. So I'm just breaking it apart completely so that you can see how to do this. Okay? All right. So let's do one last example to make this clear. All right. So let's do 2/3 divided by 2/5. All right. So once again, I look at the first fraction that is my dividend or my numerator. And so I know that I have to draw that model vertically. So since it's 2/3, my denominator determines how many vertical lines I need to make. So the denominator is 3, so I'm going to make 3 columns. Okay? So this determines. So 2 out of 3. This is 1, 2, 3. I am going to color in 2 out of 3. Okay? And then this is divided by 2/5. Again, we look at the denominator, and the denominator is 5. And so therefore, since this is my divisor, I'm going to make it horizontally. And since my denominator is 5, I am going to make 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since it's 2/5, I am going to color in 2 out of 5. Here's 1. And here is 2. So 1/5, 2/5 out of, so here you go. 2 out of the 5 are colored in. All right. Next, I am going to incorporate this here and this here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, now once again, I'm going to count how many are here. Remember, this is my numerator in the fraction. All right, and this is going to be divided by my denominator. All right, so again, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this gives me 10 divided by, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 6. And then in this case, 10 over 6, and which is not in simplest form. Okay, so we get, in this case, we are going to get 5 over 3. And that gives me, if I am converting it to a mixed number, I get 1 and 2/3. All right, so that's how we convert, see how many groups of 2/5 are in 2/3. Okay, so, all right. So I hope that helped and made it more clear to you all. So just completely broke it apart. Anyways, have a good day.